Hey guys, this is April with The Matter of Perception, and today I'm going to walk you guys through a case that I'm about to start. I saw last night on my Instagram a Jared Austin Brandstatter out of Arizona. They had the birthday here, so I wanted to give it a look and map it out. I put the information in here, and what I've seen is that the moon, the ruler of the ascendant, which was rising when he was last seen at 10 o'clock, is the sun and the moon were square. And usually when the sun and moon are square so tightly, you're not having the best of day. So I want to draw out these lines and see if we could locate him and where he comes up. So, first I want to draw out the miles that I believe that he could be found. Mars is a big one. It usually gives you the mileage. Mars likes to give you how far away, the distance, and the moon and the ascendant. So I drew one out for actually the sun at 29 because it was the furthest. I want to draw all my lines out there. Now I get the vectors, my lines, from the positions of all of these planets. Now they're positioned, the planets are positioned in each sign, but they also have a measurement around a 360 degree circle. So to get that, they already have it for me. It gives me all of the measurements around this 360 degree circle, the zodiac. So I see that the sun, I already have my sun and moon square in here. I've already put these on. I did 29 for the sun, and I did 8 miles for Mars. Here's the sun's positioning at 239, and here's the moon's positioning at 147. So, what we've been finding is that people are being located on these lines, on these gravitational pull of the planets. And they can sometimes be on the line itself, or they are on the opposing line. So, what we do is, we take the sun at 29 Scorpio, and the 180 degree opposition away from that would be 29 degrees Taurus. And 29 Taurus is 59 degrees. I'm going to start at the center here and draw it out to 59 degrees. Degrees is 29 Taurus. Now the moon's opposite would be 27 degrees Aquarius, because Aquarius and Leo oppose each other. So I'm going to do 327, and that would be 180 degrees away from it. So now you see here is a grand square made from the sun and moon opposition in this chart. Now this is pretty strong. Another thing that I saw that is a hard tension aspect is the ascendant, what was rising over the horizon, and Mars was opposing it, and it's pretty strong. It's only 4 degrees away from each other, so the ascendant was coming up to it. Looking at the chart, I know Mars rules cars, and I know Uranus is accident, so maybe he was in an accident of some type. Mars is ruling the midheaven, so I know that this is what this aspect is going to be, what this event is known for. I wonder, was he in a car accident or something? I wonder if he is in a car accident. Mercury, ruling the cars, is conjunct Saturn. Well, I just want to draw out the map first, and then we can take a look at the chart and see what it's saying. Another aspect that I see in this chart, so we have the moon and the sun. Another one that I see here is the Mars and Jupiter trine. Let's draw that one out. We have 8 degrees Mars. Close this. Mars, Jupiter, trine. Mars positioning at 8 degrees Aquarius is 308. And I like to do it right in the middle, 308. And Jupiter is 15 Libra, so that would be 195. Would be Jupiter at 15 degrees Libra. So here is that trine over our map. This trine right here. And I want to finish off this point, which would make it a grand square. Because what we've been seeing is that that people are being recovered and located either on this planet, or the finishing point. So I'm going to draw the finishing point would be Gemini, and it would be in the middle of that. So I'm going to go with 12. So 12 degrees Gemini. And 12 degrees Gemini will pull out to 72. And that is right about there. 72 degrees is 12 degrees Gemini, and that is our imaginary line. We'll put this in this folder. Turn this one off, and let's see what else he had going on. There is a Pluto. Oh. Okay, there's a Pluto square Jupiter exactly, which is I don't like. I don't want to hope for the worst, but that is a an aspect that I would be a little concerned with. I am going to draw this one out, and this is again 15 Libra, 195. And Pluto is conjunct Venus, right? Yeah. So I'm going to put Venus in here because they are close together, so that's like conjunction. They're working together. A lot of work goes into making these maps, so I try to there is a lot of missing people, and I try to get to them when I see them, but sometimes they come up missing. They come up a few days later, and it's a lot of work to do these maps. So I had a feeling about Jared, so I wanted to get in here and see what I can do. Jupiter's 195. Pluto at 15 Capricorn would be 285. I always write this backwards. And then Venus's measurement would be 280. 280 is right there. So when we take a look at these aspects, I'm going to want to do the opposite of Jupiter, which would be 15 Aries. Circle 15 Aries would be my imaginary point. And then for Pluto and Venus, we have over here 15 and 10. So I'm going to go with a 13 right in the middle, 13 Cancer, and that is 103. 103 is 13 Cancer. So that would be the Jupiter-Pluto conjunct Venus square. Let's roll in here. Sometimes these points don't like to snap, so I have to go in here and fix it up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these aspects are really the strongest ones that I see in here. Let's see. I want to take a look at his birth chart and see if there's anything matching up. So let's name this the event. This is the event chart. And all of these go in here, because these were the aspects that were going on during the event. And then we have see no. His Mars was 8 degrees too? Wait, gone. Where's the gone chart? I didn't save it? No. I'm sorry, I have to put in the gone chart again. I believe it was 10 o'clock. He was last seen. And calculate. I'll save this. He wasn't gone on the 10th, it was the 20th. Because see, I see this, I'm like, this is 1 degree. Excuse me while I fix this, I'm sorry. It was on the 20th. And there we go. And now what do I have? 2 in here? Let me see. Okay. Okay, good. So I wanted, so gone was 8 degrees Aquarius, and when he was born, it was 8 degrees Taurus. So something happened to him. His Mars were squaring, and I'm not sure what it actually is, which I want to take a look at, but I would want to get these lines in here first. Jared had a Sun in Mercury conjunction, which trined Neptune. So I bet he liked to keep to himself or have his privacy. His moon up here conjuncts Saturn in Aries, trine to Pluto. His Mars square Uranus. Okay, let me put these in here. So he has a Sun and Mercury trine Neptune. Sun, Mercury, and they're conjunct Neptune trine. He also has a Mars Uranus square, which is put tension, and what else did he have? He has a moon, Saturn, Pluto, trine, and these are conjunct. Okay, so this is what I want to draw out first. I want to draw out his mileage, and his furthest mileage is 27. There's 2 planets that are 27 degrees. So let's draw out let's get blue, and we'll draw it out for 27 miles. Let's go right in the middle. And his Sun measures 23 Taurus, which is 53. was his sun. So I know his sun is 23 Taurus, and I know the sun in the sky the other day was 29 Scorpio. So I wonder what was happening in the last week that he's been dealing with, because the sun is opposing his sun. So he could have been dealing with something. Let's finish this up. Mercury's at 25, so that would be 055. And it's trying to Neptune at 27 Capricorn, and 27 Capricorn is 297. Is 27 Capricorn. That would be his Neptune. This is how I do it, out of order. Okay, so now I want to find the finishing point to this, and that would be I want to go with this, I'm going to go with 25, the Mercury, right in between the Sun and Neptune. I'm going to do 25 Virgo, and 25 Virgo is 145. Virgo is 175. At 25 Virgo is our finishing point to that. So it's not always on the finishing point, but it can be on the actual planet's measurement themselves. We have just found that it's been playing out that they've been found on either the planet or the imaginary point that finishes the aspect. This would be considered a grand trine. Moving on to the next aspects, we have the Mars and Uranus square. So his Mars is 8 Taurus. 8 Taurus is 58. 8 Taurus is 38. And it has 8 degrees. Taurus. This is Mars. Uranus at 4 degrees Aquarius. We draw it over here. And I like to get it right in the center. Three oh four is Uranus's measurement at 4 degrees Aquarius. So Aquarius, so Mars in the event at 8 degrees Aquarius would be already of transiting his Uranus, because it's 8 degrees. So it would have hit it already. It would have went over it already. So this is the square, and I want to draw the other, the opposing line for Mars, which would be 8 degrees Scorpio, and 8 degrees Scorpio is 218. That would be be 8 degrees Scorpio. And the other line for Uranus would be 4 degrees Leo, and that's 124. Degrees Leo. Okay, so this is his Mars and Uranus square. Let me fix these lines real quick. I still have to make a page for him on our website at matterperception.weebly.com, but I will load it up there as soon as I'm done creating the map. His last big aspect will be his moon and Saturn, Pluto trine, and his Mars is 08 degrees. Why is that doing that? His Mars is 308. No, his Mars is 308. And that'd be Mars at 8 degrees Aquarius. And we're not even doing his Mars. I'm sorry. I'm going to do the moon at 5 degrees Aries. And I'm going to do his Saturn at 3 degrees Aries. And I'm going to do a moon at 5. And Pluto's measurement, oh, and then Pluto is 1 degree Sag. Is 261. That would be Pluto's measurement at 1 degree Sag. The finishing point to this trine would be, I'm going to do Saturn's measurement of 3 Aries in between the Pluto and the moon. And we don't know exactly what time he was born, so we don't know the exact measurement of his moon. But I'm going to keep it here at sunrise at 5. And I'm taking a look at these numbers, and I don't think he'll be found very far, which I want to put in these distances, but what I was going with is the finishing point to this trine will be Leo at, we're going to do 3, so 123. It'll be 3 degrees Leo. And I want to draw out this 3 degree Saturn. I'm actually going to move in a little bit closer and do it. And I have to fix all these lines. This program does do point snapping. I'm not sure why it doesn't work for me when I try. So I'm going to go 3 miles out. Oh. I'm not sure why it's giving me this hard time. Three miles. The next measurement I want to do is actually 1 mile and 4 for his Pluto and his Uranus. So I'm going to do 1 and 4. Oh man. This is 4 miles for Uranus. And this one was 1 mile for Pluto. If I had his residence, I would actually put his birth chart over his house, where his energies are, I guess I would suppose, are constantly every day. When someone's living at their house, their measurements are being in place and positioned there. And I have found that in other cases, when we have put the birth chart over the person's residence, the lines pull out exactly to where they are. So, but the place of last seen also works out as well. I was just adding in there that if anyone had that information and wanted to share it, they could definitely give it to us. We would. I will draw up a map for that location as well. So I want to take a look at all of these aspects turned on. And I want to clean this up first. Oh no. I don't know the exact location that he was last seen, but this is what was in the missing poster, so this is where I started it from. I can always move these to the exact place as the case unfolds. So this mileage is Uranus's 4. Pluto, I like Pluto. Pluto gives you the mileage. The 3 miles was for Saturn. I'm going to keep these on and maybe take out the 4 mileage. Now what around here is maybe, does he frequent over here? Does he have friends over here? What is falling on these lines? If we take the event chart and place it over, what are on these lines. I think the lowest mileage was it 8? We have 4 degrees for the ascendant. I'm going to draw out a 4-degree one, because that would also be his Uranus. And 4 miles. Can I make it? I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay. And 4 miles will be right around here. This is for the ascendant. Now what is going on these lines where Jared might frequent or know somebody that lives here, or what was the direction he was last seen moving in. Our charts are mainly used with law enforcement, so they can use it against what they know to help them see what directions would be more probable for them maybe to move in or to search in. So these maps actually have to be used with law enforcement and with other information to narrow down directions. I am going to sign off now and come back on when there is more information. I hope that this case ends well, and I'm praying for Jared and his family. And I will be uploading this interactive map on our website soon. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.